Alrighty, so we got another tabletop match happening today, this time in the Harkle Silver to Noble Victories format, the last format before the reintroductions of the big EXs into the format. So you're going to be having a classic matchup of Reshiram versus Zekrom, the Dragon of Truth versus the Dragon of Ideals. Reshiram is Truth and Zekrom is Ideals. I'm playing Zekrom with Electric to get back energy from the discard and Tornadus as a secondary attacker. Reshiram is Reshiram with Typhlosion. That's Reshiflosion for you. Indeed. It's very simple, straightforward, and does what it does. There's not playing Ninetales in that deck. Some of the lists play Ninetales. I can't afford Ninetales, so it doesn't have Ninetales as of now. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yep. Should be a fun match between the two dragons. In this format, the first turn can literally do anything it wants, so it's like almost no benefit to go second ever. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about those rules, but
that's
whatever.
Those are no. Just go first and you win, basically. Almost.
Not really. Some decks, you know.
Some of them, yeah.
They nerfed Rare Candy for one, I will say, which is obviously like that had to coincide with that because they nerfed Rare Candy, so you couldn't like turn one going first get Vileplume out with the Vileplume decks.
Yeah.
Until they, decided to. They never unnerfed Rare Candy, but they're like, sure, go get Vileplume out with Force Giant Plants 5 years later. So.
Yeah.
That was a funny era.
Quote unquote funny.
Yeah, Decidueye getting turn 1 donks with 4 feather arrows off. Alrighty, so.
Sheltered enough. And you flip after setup, correct?
Nope, this is before setup. This is when they changed the rule, I'm pretty sure. Post editor here, you actually flip after setup, and this rule did not change until 2014. Mainly, the first turn rules and all that, so.
Yeah.
Give it a call.
Tails.
It is Tails.
Yo, let's
Going
go.
first, I'm imagining?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You never know. May want to go second. Alrighty, so. Starting off.
Got a Molly.
Molly? Alrighty.
Yeah.
I do have basics in my hand. Just a question of which one do I want to start?
A basic, that's what you want to start with.
You might be right, believe it or not.
Just maybe.
I think we'll start that and then put that on the bench. Neither are ideal, but that's fine. I'm going to take my 6 prizes out and mark my mulligan.
Hopefully I get a basic this time. Yeah, I did. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alrighty. So, he is going first. I do get to take a mulligan.
Go. Prizes assembled.
Do not want to put that down yet. And alrighty. Let's have a good one.
I shall try.
Cyndaquil's obviously good to start with. Do love Cyndaquil artwork on that card. It's very cool. Standing on top of the lamp.
I believe. What does Typhlosion's ability do from the discard pile?
Yes, it accelerates from the discard pile and damages you by 10.
Alright, in that case.
But it can also accelerate to active, unlike electric. So that's the trade-off. Also, electric was printed in the black and white era, so obviously different power levels going on there.
Well, that's a shame. I should have attached.
Oh, you didn't attach on that? Oh,
No.
I thought you would have done that. Alrighty.
Finish that.
Fair enough. Yeah, you should have attached then to Eek, but whatever.
Yeah, hindsight moment. I will pass.
I'm going to draw for my turn. I could catcher you into the Eek. Wouldn't that be funny?
Kinda, but it's not really.
I'm going to bench Tornadus. Going to attach Eviolite to Zekrom. It makes my basic Pokemon take 20 less. Which is, do I hold this hand? No, I think we can lose catcher because we have it. So I'm going to Juniper away, 2 Sages, 2 Junipers, catcher.
Okay.
Well, I don't discard 2 Junipers, but you get what I'm saying. Playing 1, discarding the other. Get 7 off the top of my deck. Do not find any more eels. That's rough. Do find at least a DCE to attach.
Yeah.
That's what we did want. At least. I'd like this format if that's Sky Arrow. That'd be nice. Then I'm going to hit for, supporting the dice, Outrage for 20.
Alright. There we go. Let's use Pokegear.
Yep. Someday I'll get the correct Pokegears, but they're like $4 per Pokegear right now, so. Whenever I order a Japanese order, I order those because they're like $1 each. So. I'm gonna get them in every once in a while. I do Japanese orders. And?
Well, first of all, I will attach an energy bear, treat him,
Yep.
put him up. Nothing more for me to do, so I will use M.
Alright, each player shovels their hand into their deck and then draws for each of their prizes. Hopefully, maybe I can run into some Dynamos.
Hopefully I can get some Reshirams.
Okay. You want to worry about Typhlosion first, because Reshiram's just a basic, but I get it. You do play Collector in that deck, though, so you should have no problem finding your Reshirams.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't play it after an N, but you know what I mean.
Right. And that card will be attached.
Noble Victories is a very unique format in that the last time before the EXs came out, so you kind of get a power dynamic from things like Kyurem and cards like Electric, the Electrode decks and such, that really doesn't exist anywhere else in Pokemon, so it's a very unique format.
Suppose so I will just eke and reshuffle to draw 6.
Flip for your sleep.
Honestly, I want it to be tails.
Yep, you do want to stay asleep there.
That's fine by me.
There's the sleep marker.
Oh, shit.
And I will draw for turn. Shame, because I have plus power, so I could have taken the knockout. I almost attached a Pokemon to my Pokemon.
Yo,
This is
Electro.
2010? This is 2010? Attach to Tornadus. Going to... Let's use Pokegear first. Look at the top 7.
Okay.
Nope, that's 6. 7. Did not find a supporter. Sad.
That's a shame.
I have
It
4
happens.
collectors in this deck, bro. Where are they?
They're
I
collecting.
suppose I don't mind, at least for now, just kind of,
Just sitting here.
well, I was hoping for a collector, but if I can at least Sage and hopefully find, now that I shuffled the deck, find some Dynamos,
Yeah.
that's what we're hoping for. So I want to play Sage's Training to look at the top 5.
And I need with something. Kind of that.
Did get something. Get that. Do I want that or do I want that? That's a tough question.
You want that. That's what you want.
Did not find Dynamos, by the way.
You get like a collector or something?
No.
Really?
Definitely. That's like a no-brainer to get. The question is what do I get after it? So I think we grab this. Discarding Zekrom, Super Rod, and Energy. Super Rod was the thing I was choosing between there.
Did you get like a catcher and a junk arm or something like that?
Junk Arm was the thing I chose. Going to play Switch to switch my Zekrom to the bench.
Okay.
Do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Energy Wheel to move DC up here. Moves an energy from my bench to my active.
Sleepy.
Tails, he is in a comatose.
Rare candy.
Yep.
Get
Looks like that Eek is paying off. Some of these decks are proxied out. I think his deck, my deck has no proxy because I built this a while ago.
I'll just default him.
Yep, never bad to do.
I had another rare candy. It's a shame I didn't get another Petrolation, but that's alright.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. I love that Quilava art. Very nice art by Himeno.
Yeah, I will use him.
Yep. Each player shuffles their hand to their deck and draws for each of their prizes. Kind of a stalemate here, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're not really getting the pieces we need. We just kind of.
Yeah, no Dynamos or collectors, sadly. I wonder if I prize like 2 collector, 2 Dynamo or something, so I'm not finding them.
Could just be at the bottom of the deck. But you never know. You can't really. Well, you could do a deck search, but.
Deck search, no, the bottom of the deck's Tornadus. Cheating moment.
Yeah, it's alright.
I'm at a regional championship cheating moment. Alrighty, so I'm going to draw 6 off of that. Draw. That's 5, there's 6.
That.
Another Cyndaquil on the bench, never a bad thing to have. Did you find a Reshiram finally?
7 I didn't.
Sad. Alrighty. Looks like we're still at a stalemate then. You you do not get to attack because you're still asleep.
Yeah, let's see.
Honk Chu, as you would say.
I do see that. I will flip again because
For
I
sleep?
did not. Yeah.
His heads.
No,
He is not tired anymore.
The one time you don't want hits.
Going to draw for turn. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted that last turn either, to be fair. So it's actually the second time you wouldn't want heads.
True.
Did find a collector finally.
There you go.
Collector's going to grab Dynamo. Oh, well, I was right about prizing 2 Dynamos.
Hey.
Did I prize the 2 collectors? Okay, now we gotta look.
Maybe press one.
Okay, I prized 1 collector. This guy was like this close.
That's why I ran this to them.
Songs. Let's grab a Zekrom then. That can never be bad to get.
True. You are not.
Alrighty. So kind of a slow game for these two, otherwise kind of more speed-oriented decks.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to take the initiative. Going to attach to the Zekrom on the bench right here.
Yep.
Then I'm going to play Pokemon Catcher to Gust Balava, the active spot.
That's a shame.
Going to bench my own Cleffa.
Alright.
This is the very nice Japanese print, which is hollow. It's actually a hollow rare in the set, unlike ours, which came over as a regular rare, and only has a hollow promo in a special blister pack. And then I'm going to use Hurricane, which does 80 damage, takes a prize, and then I move a basic energy from him to one of my benched Pokemon. So I'm going to move to that Zekrom, and I will take a prize card.
Thank God.
Found something good?
Rare candy
and
and
Typhlosion?
Yeah, I had a Typhlosion in hand, so. Well,
I mean, you had pretty good chances because you also had Junk Arm available to you to find rare candy.
Shame I got a discard Eagle-Eye, but in for way to energy.
I mean, you could just throw it on the Cleffa. There's no other tools, so you might as well.
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
You could live what's called an outrage, so it's not completely bad. Will Andrew finally find a Reshiram?
I drew into 2 collectors, and I still have another
Hard to draw.
Yeah, we have not been playing Collector very much this game. Usually you start Collector and Juniper later.
Pokemon Communication.
Yep.
Typhlosion to the deck.
Typhlosion Prime, right? You're
Yes.
not playing the other one, because I know you're not, but...
Are
The
there
other Typhlosion's kind of bad, though, so...
How many? Okay, they are. There were like 2 in like the top 3 cards. There were 2 Reshirams.
Yeah.
Bruh.
The deck plays 4.
Yeah, none of them are prized, thankfully. So.
I don't think you need. I guess that deck's a little more reliant on us. Think about this deck. This deck doesn't mind if Zekrom is prized. Like you can prize 2 Zekrom and get away with it because you have Tornadoes as a backup.
That's 130.
Yes, 130. But this one has you Violate, so it's actually like 150.
Yeah.
Cleffa onto the bench.
Attach later.
Are you going to use your Afterburners? Or are you waiting on that?
I'm gonna wait until the right time. I'm just gonna use Geek.
Yep.
Hopefully try to stall for time. I would have liked.
Do your sleep flip before you do that, by the way, so I can do my turn.
Shame.
He is not tired. It's not terrible though. Cleffa is just kind of you don't mind him losing him on your board too much. In my deck, you do actually want the Cleffa on board the whole game because he's your pivot.
Yeah. That's why I put it over my house.
I'm going to play Sage's Training. Look at the top 5 cards in my deck. Going to grab these 2, discarding DC, Lightning, and Collector. And then let's attach a Lightning to Tornadus.
Alright.
I think no electric still. And then we're going to use Hurricane for knockout and move the Lightning to this other Zekrom on the bench, taking a prize card. Tornado is a good early game attacker. Zekrom is better in the late game with his deck's plan very much showing. He's got the Reshis in the back.
I will use Afterburn
Yep.
twice.
So that puts 2 damage counters on Reshiram. I think the ability would be really good if it damaged Typhlosion, but maybe that'd be a bit too broken.
I thought it did damage Typhlosion at first.
Though maybe Chandelure would eat that up, so love that chance.
And then Blue Flare for knockout.
Alrighty, Blue Flare doing 120, discarding 2 energy.
I maybe should have done that last turn, but...
Running Cleffa and drawing a card. That was a good draw. So we have an eel on last.
Eel.
My eel deck is spewing eels, finally.
Electric.
Going to play my Dynamo onto the bench.
Okay.
This one is cool because it has free retreat, so it's also a pivot.
Nice.
I'm going to use the Dynamo ability to accelerate a lightning energy from my discard pile and put it onto the Zekrom. Where's my hand? Put it on the Zekrom here. Going to attach double colorless energy to Zekrom. Check my discard pile real quick.
Nope, Reshiram and Zekrom do the exact same thing.
No, Bolt Strike does 120, you damage yourself by 40.
Oh, I see.
That's why Reshiram was better in 2011, because in the Worlds format, because it damaged itself with Typhlosion, but that only did like 20 as opposed to 40, so Zekrom is definitely more vulnerable to getting revenge killed. Going to use Pokemon Collector, searching my deck, grabbing Tornadus. I'm glad I did search my deck because all of the eels are at the bottom. Just grabbing 3 basics from my deck to thin. Fortunately, those eels were all the way at the bottom. So hopefully they decide to come to the top. These go to my hand. Checking my discard once more. Okay. Cards in hand.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's a fair amount, so it's not worth going for any cute plays. So we're just going to use Bolt Strike to take the knockout and do 40 damage to myself. Actually, does Violet reduce by 20?
I think it does.
Yeah, it does reduce it. I forgot. It's like Defender in that one. Yeah. So, grab a prize.
How do I do this? I need to do 130 to kill.
Yep.
Shit.
So 120 plus a plus power. I think that deck plays plus power.
So wait, all we need is just a plus power and then plus energy?
Yeah. I think the deck plays plus power, I'm pretty sure.
It does. Happy man. I'll attach from hand.
Yep. And then I'm going to Afterburner twice.
Indeed. The damage. And then let's see. What's going to do this guy?
The reason you Violate, by the way, for the camera, that only damages Zekrom by 20 is it reduces damage by all attacks, not just your opponents. So, similar to the way Defender worked in Zekrom in 2011, where it also reduces the same damage, Violate does the same thing. What bad wording does to cards.
Indeed. Let me super out to shuffle these back in.
Yep. Cleffa, Cyndaquil, and Reshiram.
Could just side shuffle, but I'm used to this. Let's see. I'll attach plus power there.
Yep.
And then Blue Flare for knockout.
There goes my Zekrom. And all those going to discard pile. Going to promote my Cleffa as a free retreater and draw for turn. Oh, okay. So I'm going to use my Dynamotor ability on the Electric to put a lightning energy onto my Zekrom.
Yep.
Going to play Junk Arm from my hand, discarding Pokemon Collector and a Tornadus.
Okay. Even though Merging Powers got us such as a set with 2/4, it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not a great set, but yeah, we decided to ignore that.
Yeah.
Do I get We're going to get Eviolite from the discard pile
Okay.
and attach it to my Zekrom.
Alright.
This is the conundrum here.
The dude there is.
Can we go for that play? I think we will. Going to retreat Cleffa into my Zekrom.
Alright.
And then I'm going to... Yeah, I think this is the best route.
Reshiram down.
Pokemon Catcher onto Cleffa.
Oh. That's what
Plus power, and then Outrage for knockout.
Fair.
Taking a prize card going to 2.
Let's see. How should I do this?
That is what Junkarm did. Junkarm did get the environment. You know, the basics were prime discards from the last turn. Those are the only basics in my deck, so.
Suppose I'll use Pokemon Collector first.
Yep.
Why not?
Proxied collector moment, my terrible collector proxies over there. Putting in their best effort. I've gotten better at making proxies, I promise. Like this Typhlosion, this is what I do now for proxies. They look much better than my original proxies, which look terrible.
Grab the stages next.
Alrighty.
You only have 2 prizes, so it's not really worth mentioning the pressure.
I don't think you need to.
So I will.
You get the afterburners burning.
They are burning, but I don't know how I want to do this. So 16. Shame you can't really get rid of tools.
There is no tool scrapper in this format, though I wager doesn't really need one. Eviolite is like the only tool in the format. Because Harkle Silver printed no tool cards at all.
Only one.
The entire format, right? There's no tool cards, so. And there's only like 4 stadiums in all of Harkle Silver too, so like, you know, nothing like a Field Blower would see play. Plus Power was essentially the only tool card in 2011, and they added Eviolite in this format. And then next set they add all the, you know, EXP share, later on Dark Claw, and all the stuff that everyone knows.
Yeah. I will switch this card there.
Yep.
Let's use Junkarm to get a rare candy.
Yep.
And Reshiram. Go and get back. I know you're not here.
Makes it easy to switch your discard if you do it with 2 hands, yeah.
We do have 2 hands.
I sure hope so.
Go grab your Violet.
Yep.
Why not? Use Afterburner twice on active. That.
Very nice. Black and White League energies. I quite like them. They're
True.
pretty. I don't have enough of them to fill out both decks yet, but I'll get there someday.
And then
You need an attachment still to do Luther.
yeah. I will just Pokemon Catcher up that time and then use Outrage.
Alrighty. I'm going to clef up the active.
Alright.
Draw for turn. Bit of a interesting route here. 2 prizes remaining.
I mean, I imagine you've probably won because you got the first KO, but
If I had N here, I would definitely shore it up, but I don't, so. Plus power. You don't have to attach it in this format, by the way, because this is where they modified it. And then I'm just gonna Juniper away Oak and wait, no, we want to get Zekrom on the bench. My bad.
okay.
Zekrom on the bench, and then discard my hand, draw 7. There's literally no reason not to power up a tertiary attacker.
Alright.
So, you have 1 plus power. I might as well just keep it out, I suppose. It's easier to remember.
Yeah, I might as well just keep track of it.
Yo, evaluate the dynamo. I'm going to get electric. I'm going to use 2 dynamotors.
Alright.
Putting lightning from my discard pile. Should have 2. And the other one.
I wouldn't imagine you would have to make this for a now.
Pretty late in the game, yeah, so definitely should. Catch them to Zekrom over yonder. Currently, I am doing exactly enough for knockout with Bolt Strike. Can I do better is the question. So I can theoretically put on the more pressure if I do Junk Arm away, Lightning, and Lightning.
Yep.
For Pokemon Catcher onto the Cleffa.
Oh. I'll just pretend he's active because I assume you're going to knock it out.
And yep, we're taking Outrage knockout on that. So you can see the game isn't just blue flares and bolt strikes, as one might think at first. Sometimes it's about sniping prizes while forcing your opponent to blue flare or bolt strike into your Eviolite.
Yeah.
Because if they do it and they can't get the KO, that's where you get the outrage. It's a lot more interesting than 2011, where these two just slap each other really hard back and forth with plus powers.
Yeah.
Always getting the KO.
I don't think there's anything I can do because even
You
if
might as well play it out there, right?
Yeah, I'll attach for hand.
Yep.
Pokemon Clicker's useless, Rare Candy's useless, so I will
Yeah,
just
we got a pretty set up board for Rare Candy. Hit the blue flare.
I'll hit the outrage. I'll force you to use Bolt Strike.
Fair enough.
So that's also 20.
Yep, 20. Actually, 40 because of we have 20 on you.
Oh, but you have a Violet too.
You're right. I can't read. And actually, yeah, that just Junk Arm for Pokemon Catcher onto the Quilava, and Bolt Strike for game. So that's a pretty good game there. We got to see kind of both decks do their thing.
Yeah.
Prizing 2 Dynamos was not fun though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but I was kind of slow in my setup, unfortunately. So.
As was I. Well, you know, that's with 2011 HGSS-NVI. The decks do not always set up the fastest. It's very much just a lot of bulk draw. There's no draw engine Pokemon. So you're drawing with things like Juniper, Sage, and the like. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, check out my other tabletop content. I recorded lots of those. I also do expanded deck profiles, so check those out as well. And thank you all so much for watching.